Now that the show is over and you have seen the episodes, has it changed your view of your castmates? No, not any of the taping. I don't say any of the taping has changed my view on anybody. No, not really. No, not really. Someone who's disciplined is broad. It is and it isn't, because someone who is disciplined doesn't put others, puts themselves first, right? The things that I need to do for me, I'm going to do no matter what. So if you find somebody disciplined, they're going to apply that to their whole life. If somebody is disciplined in one area and not disciplined, like that really doesn't happen. You can't be so disciplined in something that you choose for yourself and then something else that you choose for yourself, you're not. I think the only time that happens is, oh, I'm disciplined because I have to go to work because these other people are paying me, but I'm not disciplined in like working out. But if you're disciplined in like your health, where it's eating certain things, or I don't eat this because it's not good for me, or you know what I mean. If you stick to that, that means you're a disciplined person, and that's what I mean by discipline. When Lee left, why did you say you didn't want her to leave the show if you were locked in with Janelle, or at least could give the proper attention? So, the baseball date and Lee meeting my cousin was, I'm giving like exclusive. I don't know if I should. Well, whatever. Lee meeting my cousin and us going on the baseball date was totally up to production. After the house, me and Lee both kind of realized like, okay, this is not going to happen. So our communication stopped. But after the house, you know, it's a TV show. So they pulled me and her aside and they were like, hey, we kind of have to have an ending to y'all. Like, we can't just have y'all like happy about to go into the house and then y'all just don't talk no more. And so they pulled us both aside. And I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about that, but I mean, whatever. It's already said. How do you think you will go about dating now that the show is over? And very intentional. Who sent balloons? Intentional. Very intentional about dating. Who said Janelle is mean? She's not mean. She doesn't tolerate funny business. One thing for sure, you got your discipline from your strong ass aunties, and your mama is real over here, period. Talk your shit, auntie. Come on, 21. Your plans are not God's plans. So what's your take on that when it comes to your deal breakers? Huh? Your plans are not God's plans. So what's your take on that when it comes to your deal breakers? My plan is God's plan. So I talk to him to lay the groundwork for the things that I want to do. So I follow his purpose. I have God's purpose tatted on my arms. And so I live a purposeful life. He leads me and I lead whoever I date. So that's how I find my purpose. And so that is one of my deal breakers, is you living a Christian life, you believing in God, you following God's will, and living a purposeful life. He found love, and that's the point of the show, so that's all that matters. Cheers to them. How did Tequila pass the eval? That's a question for Tequila. How the hell did a BB pass the mental test? It's a question for a BB. Or are y'all together? There were very few faces that showed you were unsure. So happy for you and Janelle. Congratulations. Who is the one person? Don't be messy, cuz. Well, are y'all? I need to know. All right. So after the show, I'm just giving it to y'all. After the show ended, like I said, I'm very upfront about how I want to pursue dating. I am very authentic when it comes to how I want to date. I never want dating to be forced. And after the show ended, me and Janelle definitely did try to date. But for me, there was things in my healing process that I wasn't ready for. And so when we dated after the show, it made it aware of certain things that I still needed to heal from. And actually broke down on the phone a couple times talking to Janelle about it, because it was really frustrating, because I had done so much healing on myself that I thought I was ready to embark on a relationship. And so it was frustrating to now be done with the show, start to date Janelle, and not be ready. And so, no, unfortunately, we are not dating. So there's your answer. Janelle is giving mother hen vibes. Who is the one cast member you don't have love for? I'm not going to speak on that. Any wedding bells? What flavor you smoking? Blueberry mint, baby. Blueberry mint. Janelle is mean. Don't make excuses. She's not. How did they do that? Where in Florida are you from? I'm from Miami, Florida. Do you not want kids anymore? I definitely still want kids. Why am I sweating? Oh my God. How did they send balloons? I don't know how they sent balloons. It ain't my birthday. My birthday ain't until March. That's the auntie that has my birthday. How you know my auntie? Am I single? I am happy. Call me love in your future. You'd be surprised. Am I really ready for children? I'm ready for a relationship and marriage. That gotta come first before any children come. So what about Lee? What about Lee? Lee is great. She's doing her own thing. Apparently I offended Lee by the TikToks that I made, which I thought were all jokes, but apparently they weren't. So she was obviously offended, and I've already apologized to her about that, but never meant to the hookah